But it's all about the league points, it's all about the Irn Bru First Division, and it's about Stirling Albion versus Falkirk, as Falkirk try to continue to dominate their local rivals, as they have done most of the season. Bairns, they line up number 1, Robert O'Yeznik, number 2, Kieran Duffy, number 3, Mark Twaddle, number 4, Brian McLean, 5, Tam Scobie, 6, Burton O'Brien, 7, Mark Stewart, 8, Mark Miller, 9, Callum Higginbotham, 10, Ryan Flynn, and 11, Chris Mitchell. On the bench for the Bairns, number 12, Mary Callis, 14, Jack Compton, 15, Jason Marr, 16, Kenny Duker, and 17, substitute goalkeeper Jamie Barclay. Higginbotham and Mark Stewart up front for the Bairns. Kieran Duffy gets an early touch, Brian McLean does. Into midfield now to Burton O'Brien. This plays it wide to Tam Scobie. Scobie looking for options. Plays it down the line for Mark Stewart to chase. Ryan Flynn in quickly. Plays a 1-2 with Chris Mitchell. Burton O'Brien tries to, comes off, drops to Mark Stewart. Played behind for the first corner of the game. Good run by Burton O'Brien. No, plays it short to Ryan Flynn. Driven, played clear only as far as Burton O'Brien. Not wide again to Chris Mitchell. Falkirk keep the pressure on. Play to the far post. Brian McLean there, great tip over there by Callum Reedford. Free header for Brian McLean. Should have done better, Jamie.
Yeah, unchallenged really, free header. Should have maybe tried to get it in the corner. Too straight to the keeper and just a nice little palm over.
Can they capitalise on this one? Everybody lined along the... Ryan Flynn comes short, but it's played in by Higginbotham. Gets his head out to the back of the net. Smallest man in the park, Callum Higginbotham. Great goal, Jamie.
Well, you never would have thought that, would you? You know, from a corner, you'd think a centre half would get up and score from it, and it's the weirdest guy in the park. He leaps head and shoulders above his marker and just knocks it straight into the top corner above the lead curry on the post.
Good leap by Higginbotham, but really it should have been better marked than that, surely.
Well, if you got Callum Higginbotham scoring goals, a header from a corner, you're struggling, aren't you?
Knocks the ball back well as far as Higginbotham. Clips over the top for Mark Stewart. He's onside.
Get in the box, Ryan.
Gets inside the box.
Yeah.
Ryan Flynn, cleared off the line by Brian Adamson, and then blasted over. Well, a great move, Jamie. Deserved the goal.
Well, should have scored that one. It's a great run by Mark Stewart. Stayed onside for once. Well done to him. And got through. Tried to pull it back for Ryan. Cleared off the line. Well done. Well defended.
Can't pick him out because you can't see him. Burton O'Brien. Inside to Mitchell. Back to O'Brien.
Back.
Good combination play from Falkirk, but not really getting anywhere. It's not wide to Mark Twaddle. Twaddle does well. Played across the face and go into the back of the net. Well, Falkirk just teased and teased and teased. And what a strike from Brian Allison.
Well, that's what he's there for. Ex-Falkirk player. So it just shows you if you put the ball into a certain area, sometimes it becomes undefendable. You know, someone's got to get a touch on it. If you don't get a touch on it, someone else is going to get a touch on it.
Andy, they're asking you, who got that?
Allison. Brian Allison, own goal. Brian Allison. Boris picks up the ball. Curry knocked to the edge of the area, but Mark Miller's there. Cleared over the top and behind Buist for Mark Stewart to chase. Does well, Stewart. Buist gets his foot to it, Stewart's onto it quickly. So unlucky, Mark Stewart. Well, Buist was in all sorts of trouble there, Jamie.
Well, as soon as Mark gets into his stride, anyone could be in trouble. But Buist does the cardinal sin and goes to ground and lets him get up and get on with it, and should have scored.
Witteveen again gets it back. Doyle knocks it wide. Now Doyle again. Witteveen peels off to the far post.
Good ball.
Gets it down into the back of the net, and really,
that's a great goal.
Goal out of nothing, Jimmy.
It was, yeah. It was coming from that mistake from Mark Miller. Looked an absolute shamble there. Ball out wide. Great cross in. Absolutely beautiful cross, and Witteveen's not going to miss from there. Give it him.
Ryan Flynn.
Let's leave him.
John Kane comes inside him. Tip to the far post.
Love it.
There.
Love it.
Great save. Great header. Great save, Jamie.
Yeah, wonderful from Ryan Flynn. Just absolutely picks Mark Stewart out of the far post.
Tipped it right over Buist.
Great cross in.
A couple of inches, he could have headed it back across goal instead. He aimed for the top corner. Midfield, only as far as Kieran Duffy. Played it to the centre.
what a ball.
Higginbotham drives into the back of the net for his second goal. Great pick out by Kieran Duffy. Great control by Higginbotham. Great goal by Falkirk.
Yeah, wonderful ball. That's the first time Kieran Duffy's actually got forward, and it results in a goal. That tells you something. Got to get your full backs forward if you're going to score goals here. And well done to him. Picked out Higginbotham. Great control. And smashes it into the net. Took the net away.
You got to say the cross in for Mark Stewart to head over by Ryan Flint, and the one there from Kieran Duffy. It was one that the centre half really had to go for because it dipped right over his head.
Well, that's 2 goals that have been scored from crosses from fullbacks. So, yeah, it's need a lot more of that.
Under all sorts of pressure. Chris Mitchell clips over the top.
Oh, great ball. Love him.
Smith caught on the right side this time. Oh, good play by, been hauled back there by Brian Allison.
Good save, I think, Andy.
To Curry. Immediately 2 players on top of him, though,
Yeah,
Mitchell and
well.
Higginbotham. Mitchell knocks it wide to Higginbotham.
Yeah.
Comes inside.
Is it the back post? Back post,
Right
there
to
we
the
are.
back post for Miller. Oh, headed just over there by Chris Mitchell.
Whipping it in again.
Driven
We
into Mark
touch, shall
Stewart.
we touch?
Oh, got there Mark Stewart. So unlucky, Jamie. Great run. Great effort.
Well done, Chris Mitchell. Great ball into the box. I thought Matt was just going to get a little touch on it, a little flick on it. That's what he should have done. Too much pace on it for doing that.
Curry gets it back. Whips it in.
Oh, great ball
Again.
in. Great ball in.
It really was an open goal there for Gordon Smith.
So
White's Higginbotham. Up against Curry. Comes inside him. Now to Chris Mitchell. White's Kieran Duffy.
Oh, beautiful.
Brilliantly, Kieran
Beautiful.
Duffy. Mark Miller there. Now Ryan Flynn back to O'Brien. Back to Miller.
Touch and hit, touch and hit. Oh, again.
Oh, Mitchell had a chance. Should have just put his laces through it, Jamie.
Nah, Chris Mitchell taking an age there. Don't know whether he was had 2 minds, I don't know, but he should just put his foot right through it.
Yeah. Was it shot to Mark Stewart? Up to Buist. Takes it to the byline. Drives it in. Reedford just palms it behind. Mitchell plays it short to Ryan Flynn. Gets it back.
Got the angle on it. Oh.
Plays it in. Headed on by.
Yep.
Hit the back of it by Brian McLean. Oh, training ground move. Well worked, Jamie.
Yeah. We short corner. Love the little ball in. No one went with Brian McLean. And I think he headed it and he shouldered it and it looped over the keeper.
Flicked header by Brian McLean into the far corner. Picked out by. Oh, flicked on to Mitchell. Through to the far post.
Oh.
Scobie just waited too long. Played to Ryan Flynn. Lay off to Marks Miller. Now to Higginbotham. Spots the run of. Oh, almost picks him out. Miller. Oh, drives it just over. So back to O'Brien. Higginbotham tries to play it first time. Knocked wide to Mitchell. Clipped in, great ball to the far post. Mark Miller, oh, he's just over from the far post.
Miller again.
And Kieran Duffy going off, and again, warmly applause, well deserved. Sends it back, not wide to Flood.
Not picking
up. Over the top. Oh, just deflected there.
Goal.
McHale, deflection past Ojesnik. 4-2. Well, Jamie, sloppy play again.
It's really sloppy. Just not concentrating. They're not picking up in the centre half positions as well.
Still in Albion.
Well, you think if you were playing better opposition, Andy, what score it would be?
Now Ryan Flynn. Jason Marr. Chance to run through. Uses his pace. Oh, again, just wouldn't fall for Kenny Duker. Take the gloss of a performance that really flattered to deceive in many ways. Referee decides that's enough. 4-2 to Falkirk. But Jamie, it should have and could have been so much better.
It could have been, should have been a lot more goals as well. There was a lot of chances missed, and yeah, Yeah, a little bit of sloppy play sometimes. It's going to be like that when you've got so much possession. Stirling just really were not in any danger of getting the ball off Falkirk for long periods of time. And you've got that much possession, you end up sloppy passes and so on and so forth because yeah, you do have all that possession. So what do you do with it, you know? But they've got the 4 goals. It was a great result for Falkirk. But I just say, yeah, a couple of goals did tarnish it a wee bit. But at the end of the day, it's a 4-2 result, 3 points, and let's go on to the next game.
And good performances too from Kieran Duffy yet again, showed he's a class act, getting to the byline, some great crosses in, and also from Mark Stewart, who really toiled a lone furrow up front. But his pace gets him in behind defenders, possibly could have scored a couple of goals, was unlucky with a header at the far post. But another good performance from the two of them.
Yeah, well, Mark Stewart is really all over the place today, you know, and he just he works so hard for the team, closing defenders down as well, so you don't get a free hit at it and stuff. You know, and he was through 1-on-1 like last time they played, and maybe should have scored there. But yeah, it was a great performance. Higginbottom as well was very good today. A wonderful header for the first goal, for being so small as well. But it's yeah, he deserved his man of the match award. I thought he was one of the better players. And he looks a different player when he's playing up front, I think, doesn't he?
And good to see Jack Compton get another 20 minutes, because that's not going to do him any harm.
Well, he looks quite sharp as well, you know. He was overtaking the full-back there to try and put a cross in for Kenny Dukas. So, yeah, it's good to see him back. Yeah, he looks quite sharp and he looks hungry for it.
So a winning start to the league season for Falkirk into 2011. That's a 4-2 victory against Stirling Albion. Next week it's the Scottish Cup here at the Falkirk Stadium when Falkirk take on Partick Thistle. Fortunately, the SFA want £500 for upfront fee for that game, so we won't be covering it live unless a sponsor comes in and pays the fee for us. So if you know anyone who would like to sponsor Falkirk TV for the live coverage of the Scottish Cup game against Partick Thistle, please contact the club and let us know, and we'll be happy to use any advertising requirements that you've got. But the winning start to 2011 for Falkirk, as they take another 3 points on the road. They score another 4 goals against Stirling Albion. Unfortunately, they can't keep up the fact they've kept clean sheets against Stirling Albion on 3 occasions this season. They lost 2 goals, more down to bad sloppy play from Falkirk than great play from Stirling Albion. But it's a winning 3 points and a start to 2011 as Falkirk look to try and get up to the SPL at the end of this season. So from Jamie, myself, from behind the cameras, Tony and Russell, we hope you've had a great New Year's Day fixture with us here. We hope you'll join us again when we're next on Falkirk TV. Hopefully it'll be next Saturday against Partick Thistle. If not, it'll be the following week when we resume in the league season. So from all of us, hope we had a very happy new year. Hope you have a peaceful time, and we'll see you through 2011 with Falkirk on the Falkirk Football Programme Live. So from me, Andy Thompson, and Jamie McGowan in front of the cameras, final score from the Falkirk Stadium was Falkirk 4, Stirling Albion 2.